Hi, so I wanted to do a video today about my 1 year, it's been over 1 year, but a 1 year journey cloth diapering and how do I feel about being a cloth diapering mom. I have done a whole series on cloth diapers, so if you are interested in what type of cloth diapers I bought, I have an unpacking video. I have like a detailed video about all-in-ones versus like workhorses, how I clean them. Like, it was pretty extensive. I had a lot of fun doing it. But now I kind of want to close out this series with a video about my real feelings, because they've changed a bit. So thank you so much for watching my video. My name is Connor. I am a mom. I live in Hawaii. I do videos that are kind of granola videos, all about beach life, mom life, my transition from living in New York City to a small island, and just having fun. So thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you find this video really useful. I watched so many videos on YouTube about cloth diapering before I decided to make the investment, because it can be really expensive. So you want to make sure that you're, making that decision for your family, and it's a lot of time. So I hope if you're watching this video and deciding if cloth diapering is right for you, it helps you in some way. If you have any questions, drop me a comment and I'd be very happy to help you. So thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna give you a 1 year review of what it's like to cloth diaper 2 babies. Okay, so before the review, I'm gonna show you my cloth diaper stash, because I think it's important to put into perspective like what it really looks like to have like cloth diapers, and how I store them. So here you go. We're in my little closet. It's messy. This is where it's kind of like the junk closet in the house. Anyway, but we've dedicated this, we've turned this changing table into our, well, it's like our diaper storage, and there's also some art supplies. But this is our basket for the all-in-ones. So once my baby turned 6 months old, we transitioned to entire all-in-ones. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. And then we do have some pre-folds that we use as inserts. So, and then we have some liners. So that is my cloth diaper stash. Let's do the review now. Okay, here we go. So let me start from the very beginning. We couldn't cloth diaper with my oldest son because we lived in New York at the time, and we had to walk up, and we all shared a washer and dryer down in the basement. It just wasn't possible. Didn't have access. So we got into cloth diapering when I had my second son. We started out with workhorses from like birth to about like 6 months, kind of 6 months. And that was great. It felt expensive, but it wasn't. Like, when you compare it to disposables, it was totally fine. I really enjoyed it. At the time around 6 months, I decided that instead of investing in more workhorses, I wanted to do an all-in-one. I had purchased a Thirsties all-in-one. I think it's Thirsties. I'll look it up. All-in-one, and had a really positive experience. I liked how easy it was. I'm the type of mom that time is almost as valuable as money. I'm not going to say they're the same, but like, if I can save my time in some way, then I really value that. And I was finding the workhorses and all the different parts of the cover, the workhorse, the inserts, the poo catcher, like it was getting a lot. It was a lot to store, like all these different pieces. It was a lot in the moment to grab. And at the time, you know, my baby was I had a very active baby. And I just needed my life to be simpler. So I tried a all-in-one, put it on my toddler, and who was still potty, like he was in the middle of potty training, but he was still in diapers, and loved it. So I made the leap and decided to transition out of workhorses into all-in-ones. And I have a whole video on this, but I decided to do the Bum Genius all-in-one because I had found this amazing deal on a secondhand stash from a mom online. Highly recommend going onto Facebook if you want to find secondhand stashes. It sounds gross buying a secondhand diaper off someone you don't know, but diapers are gross. People poo in them, people clean them really well and resell them, and you can find some amazing deals, so I wouldn't be discouraged by that. Anyway, we purchased the stash. It was like $100 for like 20 something diapers. They fit my aesthetic. They're all white, really liked them. And then we used them. And we used them for both my toddler and my 6-month-old. So it was an amazing cost savings. Like, so my toddler, who was like 2.5 years old, a little bit over that, like was starting to potty train, but he was still in diapers. So it was like, I didn't have to buy him diapers anymore. And we could use the same diaper, just fix the snap for my youngest. And I was just like, this is genius. Like, we're saving so much money. We don't have all these different pieces of different diaper parts around the house. Like, that was just annoying me. I love workhorses. I think they're amazing. I highly recommend them if you can handle like the snapping and then the covers, and you know, they're such a pure product, like so natural and good for the baby. It was becoming work for me, and I just didn't need more work. So the Bum Genius all-in-one was great. I like the diaper. Doesn't have a cotton like liner, but that was okay. And we started using them and had no problem. And we still use them to this day. My oldest is out of diapers, so that's great. And my little baby just wears, for the most part. We do have like emergency stash that we sometimes use when we're like tired of disposables. I think every cloth diapering family should have that on hand, just in my opinion, to keep it real. But it has been so good for our family. There was a moment in this cloth diapering journey where we decided to take a break. It was about a month. I was really busy, and just didn't have time to do that much laundry. And like, when you're thinking about cloth diapering, you really have to think about laundry. And if you have the time to do, like, you know, you already have a lot of laundry with kids, and then add on probably another load, and it can feel like a lot. So we had to take a mini break from it, and that was totally okay. But we got back, naturally transitioned, and it's just been such an amazing experience. So what did happen let me go grab it actually. So let me just hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. So I wanted to go grab my all-in-one bum genies. I should have graphed it earlier. This one's dirty, but I think it's actually a really good representation of like what an all-in-one looks like when you're using it for 2 children. They get used, is my point. Even though it's white, you know, doesn't matter if it's like a dark color, like it's gonna get stained, it's gonna get gross. So this is it on the inside, has some staining. The elastic has started to be like worn. But like, you know what? My baby still wears this. We don't have leaks, we don't have blowouts. Like, it has been amazing. Here's like another one to show you. Same thing, the elastic is starting to get worn. It's dirty on the bum from him just being in his diaper all the time, having fun outside. It has been so good. So some of the cons of cloth diapering that I've experienced after like a year plus is that they start smelling. So we struggled. And I think that was because we weren't taking the washing as seriously as we should. We're, you know, slightly like lazy, I guess you could call it, or I don't know, we just don't care as much. But you need to dry this out in the sun at least once a week if you want to get the smell out. The smell, doesn't matter how hot you wash it on, a poo and pee sticks. And, you know, it's smelly. Like, there was like one time my like poor child was just like, you know, perfectly clean diaper, clean clothing. There was just like this little smell to him, like my poor child. And I was just like, Ramsey, okay, that's my husband. We need to take a break, get some disposables, properly clean them, treat them, hang them up in the sun for like a week. We live in Hawaii, so it's easy to do, and get the smell out. And we were very easy, like we did the whole process and like the smell got out of them. But it was about like a year in where we realized like our diapers were starting to really like be used. So that was awesome. I guess the other thing a lot of people care about is like if you save money, and there's no question you save tons of money. Cleaning, like the laundry is kind of expensive, so you need to factor that in, especially if you live in an expensive like place like Hawaii where just electricity is like enormous. Energy is like usage is just insane, and the cost of that, but like they just save so much money. I'm like shocked every single time we have to go buy a diaper from like the store. It's like, I know Hawaii's expensive, but like it's like at least $20 for like 10 of them, and I'm like, what? Like what? And then I get angry I didn't bring a cloth diaper with me, and then I think about it for a few days. So I'm just kidding. Yeah, so I highly recommend cloth diapering to anyone that has the time and, you know, isn't too bothered by touching poo. Like, that's probably something else to talk about. I'm not, I'm kind of all over the place with my cloth diapering, but like, you're gonna touch poo. You may not mean to, not telling you like I'm sticking my hand in poo every day, but like, you will eventually accidentally touch some poo when you're cleaning it. It's messy business, there's no way around it, but you get used to it, you move on very quickly, and it just becomes part of your life. So if you're cloth diapering, get used to laundry, being around poo, and, you know, living with the fact that there's a wet bag of dirty diapers sitting around in your house somewhere. But it's so worth it. It is so worth it. And I promise you, if once you find the right diaper for you and your family, you're gonna have such a positive experience. So that is my 1 year recap. It was a fantastic decision for my family to cloth diaper. I don't regret it for a second. Take the time to do a bunch of research before you buy. Also, accept that maybe you need a different diaper. There's tons of resources out there for you to find secondhands or almost like new diapers online. It is absolutely normal to need to change what type of cloth diaper that works for your family. If you don't have to stick to one system. I'm just throwing that out there. That's what we did. We decided to change things halfway through, and I'm so glad we did. So watch YouTube videos, reach out to other moms, ask them questions. The cloth diapering community is such a positive group of women. They're so kind. I've asked so many questions, and they just give really good, wholesome advice. And I love how we're all united with the shared belief that we don't want to put chemicals on our babies' bottoms, and we want to save money and do right by the environment. It is just an awesome place to be. So I'm done with my video, but thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about my 1 year journey, feel free to leave me a comment. My name is Connor, and thank you for being a part of my cloth diapering journey. And check out my other videos if you want more insight into the type of cloth diapers I bought and what brands I've tried.